if you guess where I am today, you get extra credit. Anyway, we're here just to kind of give you a recap of what's gone on over the summer. We're sitting here mid-August and looking forward into fall. What do we think's going on for buyers and sellers? Well, if you're a seller in this market or a buyer, you might want to know that residential single-family homes are selling at 5 to 6% off of list price. If you're vacant land, we're seeing that somewhere around 8%. And in some cases, if you're kind of overpriced, just saying, we have a little bit of that going on in our market, you could even see them come off 100,000. So if you're a buyer sitting on the sidelines and you're looking for vacant land, you might not be afraid to make an offer, because some of these folks are willing to negotiate more than you think. If you're a seller in this market, you kind of need to know what you're up against talking to the buyers here, because we are putting things under contract. We have had a very good summer. I would say, as far as our office is concerned, we're having a better year this year than we had last year. So what does that mean for you? That means that rentals were better. The economy was better, in our area. We had a fabulous summer. I would say that we have a solid second home rental market that is thriving. I mean, is it doing pandemic numbers? No, it's not going to do that again. So, I think you got to keep it real about what you're going to get for rental income, and you need to talk to your agent and figure out exactly what it's going to bring in based on how you want to rent the property. A lot of people don't realize they rent the property and they use the property. So they rent and use it, and then that takes away some of your end of your rental income. So you have to take all that into consideration, and you need an expert to advise you on how to do all that properly and in the best way. So as we're talking about our real estate market moving forward, when we move into fall, we see a little bit more cash buyers. We're already starting to see a bump at the higher end of the market. It's been very, very quiet at the high end. And when I'm talking high end, I'm really talking between $1 and $4 million. That's our high end of our market here. And we're seeing a little bit of a bump there because school is starting to get back in, and those people are getting a little bit more free time to come down and get that weekend to visit after they've played all summer. So we are putting those under contract, and we're starting to see activity and inquiries on the high end of the market. Our steady Eddie price range is still between $400,000 and $800,000. Super steady in that price range, very comfortable. There's a lot of incentives being given in that price range, buying down interest rates, doing things to help the buyer out, offering free things, especially if you're buying one of the new construction products around here. There's a lot of incentives that you're going to want to understand with all of that. That's kind of it in a nutshell. We expect things to continue as forward as long as nothing crazy happens in America. We think that the market's going to be nice and steady and business as usual in the fall. And we can't wait to see if you're thinking about visiting here. And as always, if you have any questions, we're here to advise you in any way that you're looking or trying to be in this market. And you need to share this with someone that you know. Tell them Kay sent you, and we'll see y'all next time. Bye-bye.